With Invictus headed back to Seoul and Defensecon taking over this year, I thought I'd interrupt my normal schedule, push the Maelstrom video to next week. Instead, we're going to have a quick, unscripted look at the ships announced and leaked for Defensecon this year. No means by any order. This is not a tier list. I'm just taking a quick look at them, giving my opinion, and we'll move on. First cap off the rank, we're looking at the Pitbull. It's a typical Drake design. It's well and truly modernised. 6 primary guns. Looks like it's a mix of size 3s and 2s. Look, as long as the wings are symmetrical, we're looking at 6 missiles, probably size 1s. They're not bespoke, so they can be swapped out. There appears to be an entrance at the front. This is speculation, but I'm pretty sure I can see just below where it says Drake Interplanetary, there appears to be a standard Drake button panel for open, close, and all that sort of stuff. How it works, no clue. Not sure if this ship has an interior. It is a snub fighter or semi-snub fighter. We're not talking as small as the Merlin, but it's pretty small. We've seen images of it parked in the Ironclad, and you can fit quite a lot of them. They're probably going to swarm around like mosquitoes. Single gigantic engine in the rear. They should go pretty quickly. It's unknown as to whether they're going to have a quantum drive. I like it. It's industrial, it's Drake. There's no frills to this thing. It is an engine, guns, and a cockpit, which is exactly what we expect. Next we have the MISK Starite. It's a modern take on the MISK design. You can clearly see influence from the Star Lancer, especially in the shape of the nose and the letterbox style cockpit glass. It has mild defenses. You can see a couple of guns that look like maybe size 2s or 3s the lower section, and there's also the small turret on the top. It's a bit hard to see from the picture on the screen whether that's manned or whether it's remote. What looks like to be a new design in the VTOL engines towards the rear. We seem to have some refueling ports along the lines of the ship. This ship appears to also have an interior, although it appears to also just be for one person. It's a smaller ship, but it's definitely using the larger fuel compartments from its bigger brother, the Starfarer. I think it'll be a great addition to the starting professions. It's not something for me. I'm not a huge fan of MISK. I just don't like the way they look from the cockpit and how sluggish they often feel in flight. But yeah, for MISK fans, this is going to be a must grab, especially for people wanting to dabble in the refueling mechanics that are coming alongside it. Moving on now, we are into territory that is much more appealing to me. The long-awaited heavy fighter from Origin. It's a bit of an oxymoron, really. You've got a luxury brand producing a fighter combat ship. But you've got to remember that they did have the 315P, which was a primary combat ship in the game for a very long time. This is 4 larger guns. I believe they're size 5s, but they could be size 4. A series of bespoke missile launchers underneath, which appear to be carrying size 1s just based on the size of the image. And wheels for those that like stunt landing or takeoffs. Again, sporting an interior as far as we know. Still a crew of 1. But this looks to be a pretty sleek looking fighter. We are unsure whether it's going to be containing stealth mechanics or not, but I think this will be one I'll be picking up. I really hope it comes in some kind of blue with yellow livery on it. It really does give me some Macross Plus vibe with the YF-21, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty keen to see this one in flight in game. Okay, now we're onto one of the first big boys of the evening. This is the Hammerhead rework, the Tiburon. For anyone wondering, that's shark, I believe, in Spanish. So now it's the actual Hammerhead shark by name. Which is extra funny because if you look at the ship from top down, it's actually lost the hammerhead, even though it has gained a more shark-like nose to the front and general body, with the first 3/4 of the ship being relatively new, at least from a bodywork point of view. It's lost its many turrets, with the ones that are left being downgraded to single cannons, but of a much larger caliber. The main showstopper in this particular case is a giant freaking laser. It's going to be very interesting to see how potent this ship actually appears to be in game. As somebody who really gelled with the original look of the Hammerhead, I'm finding the new design to be slightly jarring personally, It's not on my list of collections, but I do really want to see what it looks like in game. Who knows? Could be a buy-in game to add to the fleet, or it could be an ignore. Time will tell. The next hefty lad we're talking about is the Ironclad and the Ironclad Assault. Probably one of the most anticipated ships coming to the game anytime soon. Aside from, say, the Kraken, and of course the Bounty Merchantman. Sorry guys, I think you're going to be waiting a while. This transport/pocket carrier is going to be a revolutionary ship in game, allowing small orgs and small groups of friends to operate in a carrier-based capacity, with a new rearming and refueling feature coming to this ship as well. Personally, I think this is one that's going to steal the show as far as available now ships go. Whether you're transporting or fighting, it's going to be a must in small groups or organizations. That's probably out of the bag on this last one if you haven't been living under a rock recently. But the Odin, which is not going to be direct flyable, but is the final concept sale for Star Citizen going forward from CIG. The Odin's a battleship. We're expecting physical costs of $5,000 or more. So I can't wait to see what the general media has to say about that. All that aside, it's a big ship. We're looking at twice the size of a Javelin, so that's putting it at close to 1 kilometer in length. Initial images only showed a handful of weapons and point defense turrets on it. More recent images pulled from the holographic show in the PTU definitely show that this has multiple large turrets that appear to fold out from the main hull of the ship itself. Physically, it's a thin version of the ANVIL logo from above, but it has a very traditional battleship kind of look from the front, with a clear keel and superstructure. It's reminiscent of traditional sort of sci-fi ships, specifically from the space battleship Yamato series. This will be a colossal game changer for anyone that can get their hands on it, and I'm aware that the pre-sales, I believe, are on as we speak. But don't hold out too long, it's probably going to be many years before we see this. As with any of these really large ships, I'm expecting to see them after we reach a 1.0. Just a quick one to have a look at these pre-release ships. I'm pretty excited for Defensecon. It's a nice change, considering we normally have Invictus in this particular case. What does that even mean? Like, what's Invictus doing back at Sol? Is it just purely to cover this Odin scenario and to allow Drake to have some time in the sun? Or is there something else going on there? Many of us suspect that there might be some mechanisms happening in the background, moving towards an announcement for Squadron. I'm sure we'll see shortly. Defensecon's next week, there's a free fly going on, and if you like what you've seen here, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the verse. Uru!